Sahanavavatu Sahanavunaktu Sahaviryam Pravavahi Tejasvinavaditamastu Avidvishavahaihi Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Guru Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Gurureva Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Chinmayam Vyapiyat Sarvam Trailokyam Sacharacharam Tatpadam Darshidam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Gurudeva Deva. 70? 75. Ajakalpita Samvritya. 57 to 74 is the Vedanta was established in those verses, and we finished that 74. Now 75, from 75 to 86 is the cause of samsara, the sorrows of samsara, cause of suffering in this world is from 75 to 86. He says, Abhudabhiniveshosti Dvayam tatra na vidyate Dvaya bhavam sabuddhvaiva Nirnimitto na jayate. Abhuda abhiniveshosti. Abhinivesham means a persistent belief, blind belief, which can be destructive. Suppose you believe in something which is not real, what happens is, it may lead you to sorrow. It will happen that way only. So here he says, in abhuda, that which is non-existent, which is duality. Abhuda means that which is not real, not paramartham. And abhuda abhinivesham. The Dvaidin have got abhinivesham. Abhinivesham is a very word which gives a thrust. We can't really explain it. Abhinivesham means he has got persistent belief. However much you tell the Dvaidin that there is no Dvaida, they still have a desire for that type of interpretation. So they say persistently they keep on, and what is the result? The Dvaida darshanas are all ragadvesha sankulam, and they fight among themselves, but they never reach the goal of human existence, which is the very source of all of us. That they don't, and they you cannot really explain abhinivesham. Abhinivesha means a persistent, blind belief in the duality, which leads to finally destruction. Because what is not there you are believing in, naturally you cannot know what is real. Once you believe in what is not real, what is real evades you. So that is destructive in the sense that human life doesn't find its sabhalyam in the end. That is what he says here. Abhuda abhinivesho asti dvayam tatra na vidyade. And though there is no dvaidam, in fact there is no dvaidam. There is only one advaidam appearing as dvaidam. There is no reality in that dvaidam which we see. Dvaya bhavam na buddhaiva sa buddhaiva. When he understands this fact, that everything is only an appearance on the existent reality, once you understand this really, not from the book and not from the intellect, not through the intellect, but really I have come to the conclusion by my experience in the world that there is no dvaidam, there is no chittam nor chitta janyam vishayas. If you really come to that conclusion, sa buddhaiva dvaya bhavam, having understood the abhavam of dvaidam. Sa buddhaiva nirnimitto na jayade. There is no reason for it to be born again. Nirnimittaha. Nimittam means karanam. There is no karanam for it to be born again and again. So, janana marana moksham. That is what is being explained here now. There is no thing called janana marana moksha. There is no jananam, there is no nabhavandi, bhavandi nabhavandija. That beautiful word, bhavandi nabhavandija. Neither is born nor is it dying. Once you understand that, there is neither birth nor death. So whenever the Shastra says, by doing this, you overcome janana maranam, don't think that the body will not die. Never come to that conclusion. Then what is it saying? You understand the truth. There is no more jananam of the chittam itself or the jiva. Nothing is born. Uttamam satyam. This is Uttamam satyam. One who realizes Buddha means one who has come to that understanding that there is only one infinite Brahman and all other things are only mere mirage. And then is there Janana Marana? We have got a whole theory to accommodate the Dvaidins, one whole theory of Jananam, Maranam, Karma. All that is said in the Shastras. And if you say, why did they say that? That is for those who believe in it. Those who have the abhinivesham for it. For them only all these explanations. What explanations? Karma theory, Janana Maranam. You will be born again and again. And in the stotras, it will be repeated, Janana Marana Mokshaya. Okay. It says, Dvaya bhavam sabuddhaiva nirnimitto na jayade. Never again he goes through Janma. Meaning thereby he never again becomes carried away by what he sees. They are all unborn, mere, appearances which have no substantiality in it. Is what your understanding is. So one who overcomes this Dvaida Bhava, which now we are suffering from that only if there is Dvaidam, there is the world, there is all these things which are seem to have be born, that will not be there, and then there is he himself never becomes born again and again. That born again and again is, we are becoming what now? what philosophy, or are we really Hindus? All these thoughts come because they are all the bulwark of Hindu philosophy. Janana Maranam, Karma, theory, etc. And Gaudapada, one by one, all these props he is just removing and throwing it away. That's what is happening in these verses. What is it? 74th. 75. As objects are unreal, man has only a persistent belief in the reality of unreal duality. He has got persistent faith, which is called abhinivesham. There is no existence of duality, really speaking, and the cause of birth is only the false, persistent adherence to the belief in unreal duality. There remains no cause for birth once he knows the absence of duality. So, as long as you believe in duality, that the world is different from me, and I am different from the Paramatma, all are separate. Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara, all separate in things. This is called Dvaita. What is Dvaita Bhavam in Bhakti? That I am different, the Lord is different. That is Dvaita. And in the world of perception, what is my understanding? I am different, the world I see is different. To be exploited, to be whatever you want to do with the world, like many people are doing in the modern times, it is at your disposal and it is your property. Is not? The way we treat the Prapancham with so little feeling and so much of greed, so much of exploitation, then you must think that we are thinking that world is different from us. The one who knows the world is not different from me, he will never, in no way he will harm the world, because it is me, myself. Actually it is, because the moment you start destroying the world, you are destroying the very support of all human beings, of all animals, of all birds, etc. All that we see are all destroyed when we think that the world is different from me and we exploit it. We do that. And when we think that God is different from me, still worse. Because then God is only a shopkeeper. Whatever you ask, you pay a price and get that. Supermarket, supermarket becomes God. Is it not? You give me, I will give you 5 rupees. Because from 10 paisa to 5 rupees is quite a jump, I'll put 5 rupees in the hundi and let me get a lottery of 50 lakhs. Right? We also think that God is nothing. No head at all for God. And he is not at all a financial genius or anything. He is such a, what can I say, our attitude to world, to God and to yourself. So, the problem starts from yourself. By seeing the Dvaidam, we think they are all different, all the people are different, all the objects are different, all the creatures are different, everything is different. And the result is, you are born as a human being, but you live as a, what I don't know. At least the dog, when it is born, it dies as a dog. It lives as a dog. But there are very many human beings who are born as human beings, but you fill it up, whatever you want, but lives like worse than an animal's life. Is it not? Are you not seeing around us? What is the sufferings that we are going through today is because of man's utter selfishness. That's because you do not feel that if I exploit that land, I will get profit, I will become rich. Is it not? But I am not thinking about the creatures that are living in it. I am not thinking about the people who are working in it, suffering in it, nothing. And do you think that is religion? You don't care. Who is that careless people are those who see duality in everything. Dvaidavadis. Dvaidam means not merely that philosophy is Dvaidavadam. But Dvaidam is the very foundation of our life. Then everything becomes different. And then God also becomes different. Instead of thinking that I am Tattvamasi, we think that God is a utility value. God has utility value. That all you must remember in these verses, you have to think a little bit and think for yourself. Not that I have to think. As he says here, then this Dvaita Buddhi is responsible for Janmam. And when that Dvaita Agraham, Abhinivesham has been controlled or overcome, then there is neither the Dvaita Bodham nor again you will be born. There is no birth, no death. Okay, now he says, Yatha yada nalabade hedun Uttamadhama madhyaman Tada najayade chittam Hetva bhave bhalam kuta. Here we come to the karmas. Now he said, what is the reason for our janana marana? Is our dualistic vision of the world, of everything. Jiva or the people, the world around us, the Ishvara, everything you look with Dvaita Drishti. That is the reason for the Janma Karanam. Again, if you are born, if we say it's only a katha, which one? At the highest level, you can say there is no karma theory at all. Everything that is the very essence of our religion, you are taking it away. But philosophy is not religion. That is what the problem is. Philosophy is not religion. The two portions are philosophical portion and religious. Religion is practices. Whereas philosophy is the very tattvam, very essence, very truth of everything. He says here, really tattvada, speaking from the point of view of tattva, there cannot be this karma theory also cannot stand. What do you say? Dvaidam na sahade vicharam, we say. Dvaidam cannot tolerate vicharam. You must not think about it. You must simply blindly believe. And there are enough things in our country which will help you to go on thinking in the Dvaita fashion. Dvaidam na sahade vicharam. If you start thinking about it, Dvaita disappears. There is no Dvaita. But since as long as you don't think and you accept, because who said so? My forefathers have said that. There's nothing to think about it. We accept it. You ask anybody, why are you doing this? My father had done it before me. His father had done it before him. And hence it is true. That way, there is no thinking at all. This lack of thinking is responsible for the continuity of this Dvaita Vichara. So he says here, Yadana labhade hedun uttama adhama madhyama. This is standing for, he has not even taken the trouble of explaining what he is trying to say here. But we have to find out what are that uttama, madhyama, adhama. What it says is the karmas, uttama karmas. Uttama, adhama and madhyama, hedu. Hedu is what? For everything that happens, karma is taken as the hedu. Karma is the reason why you are born as a deva, for example. Karma is the reason why you are born as a manushya. According to karma theory, I am saying. Karma is the reason for you to be born as an animal or an insect or a bird. Which also, the modern biologists and all, they don't approve this classification. Because the birds are much more accommodative, much more loving than us. Why should we accept that theory? There we are born in the philosophy, it says, we are born in hina yonis. We'll be born according to our own mental climate, whatever it is. They have got a lot of desire for other people's wealth, other people's money, and we don't mind even killing them for getting it. Such people who are called blood suckers. Isn't it? You call them blood suckers. And what will they be born as? So you can kill them. Don't get worried about killing mosquitoes. You bloodsucker. Is it not? Or the karma theory is sometimes very funny. When we imagine, when we get into the description of it, it looks very improbable. Neither in the Christian philosophy or in the other philosophies, in Islam and all, this rebirth and karma is not accepted. But we have got a whole, if you want to know more about karma theory, you will read 3rd chapter, 4th chapter, 5th chapter of the Gita. So, and who are these people who believe in all this karma theory are called Mimamsakas. The Mimamsaka philosophy it is. Mimamsakas are the ritualists, and they say, by doing this karma, I can go to heaven. Or, heaven is the goal of life. By doing this yaga, this yajna, I will go to heaven. Only problem is you come back after. When the punya is exhausted, you come back. So what are the 3 things mentioned here? You must remember, you must mark it there because it is not given in the commentary. Gurudev's commentary it is given, I think. Hedu is the threefold cause called punyam, papam, mishra karmam. Punya karmam, papa karmam, mishra karma. Mishra means? Sometimes we do punyam. Even the Mahapapi will do punyam sometimes. After killing somebody, he will go to the temple and thank you, Lord, for allowing me to kill. Like that. Punya and Papa, Mishra. And here he says, if you have done punya karmas, you get devatvam. Devatvam? The status of being a deva. For shiny beings. Deva means only meaning on a higher level of evolution there. In what way I don't know, but they say like that. A higher level. You have become Indra, you have become... I don't want to become Indra by any chance. Indra, Varuna, Vayu, nature gods of your... You will become one of them. If you do 100 sacrifices, Shatakradu. Shatakradu is Chakra. Chakra, Devendra. So when anybody is doing any yaga, wanting to become a Chakra, wanting to become the next Indra, what Indra does is, he spoils his... By 99th yaga, he will spoil the yaga. Who wants to become Indra? Very selfish man. Not man. God. Godly. God does not mean that. They are all Upadeva. What do you call? Totally. Okay, so then threefold cause is there in our life. We say that the karmas we have done in some life is taking... Now you cannot completely just laugh it off. That is also not possible, because we are seeing differences in the human beings, in their mind and intellect. They are different. In their actions, they are different. In their emotions and feelings, they are different from each other. How the difference came? So one of the finest things that the Hindus did was to find out this karma theory. See, when you ask a Christian or a Muslim, why did that poor child who went to the church and she died in that candle flame? What can a Christian say? It is the will of the God. Because there is no karma theory. Whereas we will say what? Purva karma. So that way it helps. It is nice to think that the God is not involved in that, but I myself am. To that extent it is a higher idea. But how much true that it is, we don't know. If it is for a temporary palliative, it is good. Understand this? If you quarrel with the Christian, I used to, states and all, I used to quarrel with them. Then I was a staunch Hindu, so I had to quarrel. Then I said, no. If you say this is God's will, that means your God is something very special. If you will the small child to be burned to death, then I think something is wrong with the God. We cannot accept that. You understand? Whereas you say, you are responsible for your actions. And you are suffering today because of the actions you have done in some past life. That is more logical to the intellect. It's more logical. That is why we still believe in karma theory. After Mandukya also you will believe in karma theory. Why? It is good, it is consoling. I have done something, now I am suffering. So, what do? Suffer. Chinda vilaparahidam tatidiksha. Okay? These are all for you to think I am throwing some seeds in your brain. So now we have to, after studying Mandukya well, you have to find out whether really karma theory explains everything. Here Gaudapada has no doubt at all. He says, one who has understood that Chittam is itself not born, there is no karma theory. The intention is what makes your karma phala. Is it not? Intention happens where? In your mind. And the mind itself is unreal. Na bhavanti, bhavanti na bhavanti. So how do you say? No. And the punya karmas, and there are people who are sinners according to our calculations, sinners. And there are mishra karmams. They do both punyam and papam. And devatvam comes to those who do a lot of punya karmas, and manushyatvam comes to mixed for the mishra karmas. What is mishra karma? Because in our life we go through joys and sorrows. So they have made a rule that those who do mishra karmas will get manushyatvam. The three hedus he is explaining. Manushyatvam. And those who do papa karmas, they will go into hina yonis, the lower wombs, and be born. This is the karma theory. Okay? So he says here, Yadana labade hedun uttamadhama madhyaman tadana jayade chittam. You never, the chittam is not there at all, then there is neither punya karma nor papa karma phala, nothing is there. Religious duties of caste, in the Bhashya I think I had taken this. Religious duties of castes and stages of life performed by a qualified person without desire for reward are called superior dharmas. Those who do duties, Vaidika karmas, without any desire for phala, hedu bala, avesham is not there. Such people are the cause of birth as devas. These karmas are cause of birth of as devas. Those dharmas which are partly mixed with evil acts are middling and leads to human birth. You understood this now, you know how the karma takes place. And those evil activities are of the nature of adharma and lead to birth of birds, etc. Or very Rakshasa type of people. Need not be always Rakshasas and very Asuras and Rakshasas. Like that also they will be born. But when one realizes one's non-dual nature, he need not go through any of these births. Why? At one jump you have, from here you have got there. Non-dual nature. And here only is that duality. In this transacting world only are all dualities. All these karmas can be. That is why we say, when you realize the truth in all Upanishads, vidyande hridaya grandhi chiyande yasya karmani param drishtva nivartade. All these are said in the Upanishad, in the other Upanishads. Have you understood? Now only we are understanding the meaning of those words. See, Mandukya can be like a dictionary for others, for other Upanishads. Now you read, what does Mandukya say about karma, you see? Then you will know. All the karmas have ended, all the hridaya grandhis are broken, and chiyande karmani, that is called realization. He never again comes back to this world. There is no janana maranam. What else? Third is also chiyan vidyande hridaya grandhi. Chidyande sarva samshayaha and chiyande yasya karmani. All his samshayas are gone. What is that samshaya? That everything is dvaidam, that samshaya is gone. And what is tatsmin drashte paravare? That is both. What you see as avaram, what you see as param, both are that alone. Avaram means lower, the lower Brahman and the higher Brahman. And the what is lower Brahman we saw before. This pulsating world which appears to be real but not real. That is the Avara Brahma. And what is the real Brahma is that motionless, ajam, nityam, shashwadam, immutable reality. One who has known this difference and one who has understood why it is like that, one who has known the secret of this universe, he goes beyond all karmas. Then we wonder, how can what we do now can take away all my sanjita karmas? This is very childish, we feel, when we read it. How it can be? It is not taking away the karmas, it is not exchanging, it's not that. But then it is, actually speaking, it is not. The karmas become like roasted seeds and they never again. Jnana dagdha karmanam. In that Agni, it will get burned and never again that will take birth. A seed which is burnt cannot be born again. And what is gone? Jadi. Jadi means Janma is not. So in realization, that is said in every Upanishad. This is what will happen in realization. Gita also says so many times. And here its explanation is given that when you have realized the truth and the non-birth of a dualistic world and the chittam itself is not born, then what happens is the hetu is not there, and hence hetu uttama adhama madhyaman tada na jayade chittam. This chittam, this mind never gets born. It is neither adhama nor uttama nor madhyama. It's not born at all. First it should be born for you to say whether it is adhama madhyama or not. It is not born at all, and then there is no abhinivesham for Dvaidam. In that mind which has become so purified by knowledge, there is no abhinivesham for Dvaida Buddhi, and also there is neither Janma or Dvaida Bodha after that. What he has done is, he has thrown the whole karma theory through the window. Who has got the guts to do this? A whole country believes in it. A whole country. And all the great minds of the country. But here is a man of realization who doesn't care. They have got the guts. In the Mundaka Upanishad, he says, even the Vedas and the Upanishads are only Aparavidya. Who has the guts to say that? Where Vedas are worshipped is Abhaurusheyam Veda. How do we get that? That is called Atma Bela. This is Atma Bela. Atman I realized. And then I know all these divisions that we have made are all unreal perceptions. That much only I can tell you. Now you think over it, add whatever you want, but always remember that when I realize all karma bhalas, if at all they are there, they are all like roasted seeds. And what about my mind and intellect? They are empty. They are not born at all. Then what is there? I am there. Who? Not I, the son or daughter of my parents or whatever relationships you say. That alone. This is a reality. And you are saying it is affected by the karmas done by an unreal being here. How can it be? It is not even logical. It is too... Our mind stops, as it were. No more can we think, we feel. That's the greatness of this. Na jayade. Because there is no karana there, it cannot be born. Because there are no karma bhalas taking, what do you call? It is, but don't give it up. It is a consolation. Why a consolation? It is my karma bhala. I am suffering in this world, human suffering. But what to do? I only have done something. When you look at it that way, you are able to bear the sorrows. If you take away that also, how we will face the sorrows of samsara? He says, to the man of realization, there is no need for any such false props. You understand? It is a false prop. He doesn't need it. Rooted in his understanding, rooted in his realization, he doesn't need any prop. He knows all that is happening is only unreal perception, and he finds the strength in that understanding and awakens to his own real nature. He doesn't need anything, any other theory, any other thing. Nothing is born. You are saying, that some karma I have done in my past births. Who is born in the past? Nobody is born. So in a way, sometimes we have to accept what all others. There is only one birth. No, but we have so much differences among ourselves. Maybe there is karma theory is all right. Okay, if it is all right, keep it. When you realize the truth, you will know nothing is all right, because everything is only the spandanam of the chittam. We are not convinced. Okay, doesn't matter. Whether you are convinced or not, truth is like that. Doesn't wait for anybody's conviction. It is like that. You know the truth, no need for any other explanation. If you don't know the truth, 100 explanations, mithya, all of them together, has to be posited for you to accept that. This is what's happening. Now I have to 76, I have already told you that persistent belief in Dvaita. 77 verse. So how will we do, as long as these karmas are there, as long as you think the karma balas are all real, there your mind also will be there. The moment it is gone, karma has ended, then there is no mind also. And when mind is not there, Dvaitam is also not there. It is something which it has, created by itself, out of itself, not a real thing. Hedu is not there, Bhalam will not be there. And hence, karma and chitta both are ajnana karanam. And when you destroy ajnanam by jnanam, all this will prapancha upashamam. Upashamam means there is no more the agni. When it is burning, when there is fire, it will be, when there is firewood, it will be burning. But the moment the firewood is over, it comes to upashamam. That word cannot be really explained in English. It comes to, there is subside. It subsides. Nirindhanamivanala. Nirindhanamivan. Okay. Animittasya chittasya Yanutpatti samadvaya ajadasyaiva sarvasya chittadrishyam hi tadyada. So, animittasya jittasya janana karana rahida. Animittam means which has no karana. Animittasya chittasya ajadasya evacha, and which is not born and which has no reason to be there because there are no hedu. If there is no hedu, you cannot posit a phalam. And if there are no karmas, then there is no chittam also. And it doesn't have any karanam to be born. Who gave birth to it and why is it born? Said, asked before. So now he is telling that which is not born because there is no hedu for it to be born. Ajadasya evacha, it is ajadam, and which is yan utpatti samadvaya. What type? Animittasya ya anutpatti janma abhavam. What is anutpatti? Janma abhavam. That janma abhavam which the chittam has, that is sama. It's always equal in all states, and it is advaya. Advaya, with none without, no with that without a second, one without a second. Why? He says, yataha tad chitta drishyam hi. It is a chitta drishyam, it is seen by the chitta. First you say chitta is not born, then you say chitta drishyam. How those two will go together? It cannot be. If chitta is not born, nothing is born. Then there is no objects. There is no vritti-jnanam. There is nothing. Everything has upashamam. We have come to a subsidence, as it were. How can you? He says here, karma is the karanam for janma. According to the karma theory, karma is the karanam for janma. So, but the chittam is never born. Sarvatmakam is the chittam. Advayam there means sarvatmakam. Chittam is ajam, asangam. All that we have seen, nityam. And sarvatmakam chittam utpatti, anutpatti. That anutpatti of the chittam is called moksham. Till now he never used the word moksham also. Now he says that is moksha. In other words, when the mind is not rising in thought, because it is not there, then it is called moksha. It is called samadhi by the yogis. We call it moksha. There are no disturbance from thoughts. In all states it is samam, nirvishesham, advayam. Samam is there, advayam without duality, advayam, and what is the dvaidam I see? What is the janmam I see? Both are only chitta drishyas. They are all chitta drishyas. Dvaidam, both dvaidam and the janmam that we see are all chitta drishyam, mental. We are all mental beings, that is all. It is the drishyam of the mind. It is not the drishyam in reality. So the drishyams are not there when we say, with reference to an unborn mind, there cannot be any objects. There will be no objects because the mind itself is not there. He says here, Therefore, in all avasthas, it is samam, nirvishesham and advayam. Why? Because dvaidam, janmam are all the drishyam of the chittam. Which chittam? Chittam which is not there. So, altogether what can we say? It's only an imagination which is not really there. Now here, chittam is ajadam. It is said before itself. When there is no chittam, how can dvaidam, which is the chitta drishyam, be there? See, first he said, this dvaidam that you are seeing is chitta drishyam. The mental cognition. Mental cognition is called drishyam. But your question is, when the chittam is itself proved to be unborn, how can there be any drishyam? So, dvaidam was never there. At any time, it is only a vikalpam. It is not there. And it will not, you cannot say it is not there also. It is anirvajaniyam. Neither, can you say it is there? No. Can you say it is not there? No. You cannot say either it is yes or no. Oh, tale adichu. Okay, now I'll read the commentary in this. Nimittam of chitta is karmas. When I don't understand, I write notes. And then I understand. That's how I study. Nimittam of chitta is karmas, and chitta's non-birth is due to the absence of karmas, but it said it is absence of karmas here. Absence of karma is due to the absence of karmas. In the previous way, animittatvad, he said. Animittatvad means the absence of karmas will allow this concept. But the chitta is not born. Why? Because nimitta is not. Animitta. It is not there. Advaya darshanam puts an end to dharma, adharma and to birth. Both. All. Dharma, dharma. Do you believe? Okay. You don't believe in karma. But dharma, dharma you will. No. That is also an imagination only. This is why many people, many teachers don't like to take Mandukya. Because for an unprepared mind, it is dangerous. Dharma, no adharma. Dharma, adharma, and to birth, the state of knowledge or the non-evolution of the mind, which is ever unborn and without any relationship, is absolute and constant. Everything else is therefore equally unborn, for the multiplicity is but a mere objectification of the mind. Duality and with all chitta drishya are all unborn. So what is there then? Brahman alone is there. All others, don't try to explain. You cannot explain them. There is nothing born. So what if finally he is saying, Ekam Advidiyam Brahma. What about the Jiva I am seeing? Jiva is not born. Brahma Jiva Iva. I mean, what is it? Jivo Brahma Iva. Napada. Jiva is nothing but Brahman. If you are seeing a Jiva, it is Brahman. If you are seeing a Drishya, what Drishya? All the objects in the world, that is also Brahman alone. How did this Chitta come? By Maya. Is it not? By Maya. And Maya gives rise to the illusion that there is a Chittam and then a story starts. But actually speaking, you went in that direction, now you come back from and where do you reach? You reach only there. Nothing is there. And Gaudapada says, that's what I have been telling you all this time, Ajadi. He never said nothing is there and then kept quiet. No. He tried to prove it to us by argument, by yukti. But we are not such a logical people. We like logical things. We don't accept logic. Is it not? Have we not accepted the karma theory till now? Have we not accepted so many things? Dharma, blah, 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 blah. All illogical things we have accepted. Why? According to the need of the hour, we make some story. Somebody says, I am seeing creation. Yes, you are right. And then, who created this world? Who created? There is somebody called Ishvara. He is satisfied, he goes home. Then somebody else comes and says, how did all this world where from all this that I am seeing is coming? It's either they will say it all came from Brahman, or they will say it all came from the mind. That is only answers to the question which are difficult. So really not the truth. Because at that level of understanding, if you tell all this logic, then he will never again come anywhere near a Vedanta class. So the teachers make their own cock and bull stories. Then what is your opinion? Karma is there or not? I don't know. As long as I need that karma theory, I will hold it. That's what I will say. When I don't need it, when will I not need it? When I realize the truth. Then there is no karma theory, no dharma, no that, no this. So it is not time for you to leave all that. Just hold on. And then struggle to reach. When I come there, I say, you, what a fool I was. Only because it is not real, it can vanish when you get realization. Vidhyande, hridayagrandhi, chidyande, sarvasamshayaha, shiyande yasya karmani. How can it go away just because you have realized your karmas? Because they were not there. They are also one chitta drishyam. Papa, you complicated our life now. We are happy thinking it is our karmas that are taking place. And whenever sufferings come, we tell ourselves what to do. You have done this karma, that karma, and you are suffering. Have patience. Everything will become all right. When the karmas are exhausted, you will be a happy person. Like that. For those people in the middle, all types of consolation is given by the Shruti itself. Once you are reaching out to the truth, none of these theories will be valid. That's what he also says. Everything else is therefore equally unborn, for the multiplicity is but a mere objectification of the mind. And duality and birth are all chitta drishya, and chitta is not there. So duality and whatever you are seeing in the world and the birth of so many 82,000 species. In the world, how many things are there? 82,000 species. Lakhs of whatever. They are not real. But I can touch it. I can get bitten by it. If you say, there's, cobra, you are a chitta drishyam. You go and touch it, that's it. Then you will know it's very real. It gives such a sting you will never forget. Okay, that we will see next. Please read immediately those verses which we take every day. Otherwise, finally, Gaudapada will never leave anything with us except the truth. That is the problem. Mind is not there, objects are not there, objective knowledge is not there, dharmas are not there, karma theory is not there. What is there then? Jiva is never born at all. And the mind is never born. What are you going to leave with us? We feel like asking him. If he is here, we could have asked. Everything you took away, what we thought is knowledge. You have taken away every aspect of that knowledge. Our knowledge is so defective. That is the problem. And Gaudapada says, you are not correct. You are talking about something which is not there. You are talking about unborn, unreal things. What can I do? I am talking about, suppose Gaudapada is standing here, he will say, I am talking about the real thing which is never born. That also is never born. The world also is not causeless cause, Gurudev used to say. Not a cause, not a effect. That is Brahman. And then what will happen? That we cannot explain what is Brahman at all. Because without all this, you cannot explain Brahman. And you can't say, Anirvajaniya. Finished. But there is one codicil for it, that you are. Upanishad say, Ghosham is there. Upanishad says, that which you are seeking, oh, my dear friend, that is you. Okay. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Hari Om.